And I don't understand why the person that's talking the crap about the other friend doesn't get that though.
But it's like word vomit to them. Like they say it comes out of thin air. No one was even talking about any damn thing. We like, oh, what you doing this weekend? I'm going shopping. And then you know what I hate about this bitch? And you like, what? Wait a minute.
Pluck it out of thin air and be like, you know who I just realized I low-key can't stand sometimes?
Our friend Samantha.
Like, you think they about to talk about some random at work?
Nope.
And they talking about
our friend Samantha. You be like,
you talking about the girl that just left here and you was just laughing with her?
Not her. You French braided her hair. What are you? Now you hate her guts?
Especially in my case, you talking about the girl that just bought you some food?
And you ate it?
Make this make sense. I got a question.
Yes.
So, cause you're married.
Yes.
And have kids.
Yes.
Which is something we rarely ever actually talk about.
And you here. Think we don't talk about in our day-to-day conversations that much either.
No, we don't. I mean, we talk about you and your husband. You'll tell me like when the kids
things
do
we do
something.
Yeah.
But I don't specifically ask you
about marriage. Yeah, we don't talk about that.
But I did have a question that I thought about earlier. So actually this that I added to this wasn't one of the topics that I initially had. I just added it like an hour before you got here. But since getting married, and I actually want the the listeners or viewers to respond to this too, if you will.
Yes.
But since getting married, do you feel you approach boundaries any different? And also, do you feel like you approach them differently since you've had kids?
Luckily, I have always been extremely selfish. So
yeah, but boundaries, I would imagine that boundaries as a single
it's stricter now. It is.
Woman is different from married and have
because
kids.
Now I will be more willing to be like, yeah. I'm like, nah, I got too much stuff to do when I go home. I'm gonna have to hang it up. Or, I try to, when I come in the house, to not like stay on the phone long after coming in the house. I can give all the people's my attention.
Yeah, I would think me, and I could be wrong, and you can correct me on this because I'm not a married person and I don't have kids, so I can't really speak on it. But I'm just thinking, if I was, what would be the things that I would probably be stricter on? And you know how I am when it comes to like my time. Like, I think my time is super valuable. So people that disrespect my time, I'm like, nah, I can't mess with you. And I would think that if I were married and had kids, that would become more of a priority to me, because it's like, now I have other people that also depend on me. So the fact that you think you are going to disrespect my time while I got them, that definitely ain't happening.
Well, that's why you like, oh, like that day you didn't respond. I said, well, shit, I got other shit to do. I'll just go home. And that's just like, I ain't even mad. I'll just take my little butt right on home.
Like I told you, Jay, I could 100% see your side of that. If I had a history of being like, yeah, I ain't gonna respond.
I told you,
I renege on some of our plans. Or if you lived on the other side of town. But literally, I live 5 minutes from you. You could have stopped here, made sure I was alive, and then were like, well, you ain't outside. I
would think you're dead. I said, you know what? She did say she was tired. Maybe she fell asleep.
I don't even remember telling you that. All I remember was us talking throughout the day, because I asked you, were we drinking for the episode?
Yeah.
I asked you what time we was doing it.
Yeah.
And then you text me, and I told you that I was going to be baking cupcakes for my nephew.
Yeah.
And I was like, so her saying she was on her way, she didn't think that, oh yeah, she did tell me she was going to be baking cupcakes, so maybe her hands are not free.
Nope. I said she got Alexa. No, she got Siri.
Siri is not connected to my phone.
Oh, dang.
I don't like that on my phone, because this is with me everywhere. And I don't want her always listening.
See, the thing is, since we never had a flake on each other moment, I
But
never
that's
had
why
an
that's
opportunity
why
to
I was like, I couldn't
explain.
understand if I flake on her a lot. Then I would honestly had the same mentality.
But I have a
I
rule though.
have had that with friends where that do flake on me where if you don't answer, I'm not coming.
See, but the thing is, this is a life thing I have, and we never had talked about it. If I say my rule is if I say I'm on the way and I get no
But
answer,
this is a
that
clear
null and voids whatever we was doing, and I go home.
but I will say this. This is a clear example of when we be reading these Reddits and we be like communication.
Yeah, but we talked
Because
about it
we talked
afterwards.
about it
We sure
and
did.
now when you text me and
I
tell me you
come
on your you
anyway.
come anyway. But also I make sure I respond.
You like, we ain't doing this again.
So it's like we got that understanding now. So even if I don't respond one
I'm still
day,
gonna come.
you still gonna show up. So I'm like today, you didn't even text me and tell me you was on your
I
way. You
just
just
showed up
showed
at your
up.
house here.
Yeah, because I was honestly waiting for you to send me the text saying you was on your way, and I was just like, okay.
I low key just forgot to be real
And
with you.
that was fine because I was expecting you.
Low key
But
forgot about it.
this is a clear example where communication. Because what if I just said on that and then I'm just holding resentment towards Jay because like
I ain't
okay, so
inviting
she
her
act like
nowhere again.
I just wasn't waiting here for her, whatever. And what if when I did mention it, it rubbed her the wrong way and she like, well, what the
I
I ain't
seen
do
that. I
nothing.
said, "Oh, I think she mad."
And honestly, I was more annoyed than mad.
I know. I
I
was
was
like,
like, I'm not
"Oh."
mad. I'm just annoyed.
I said, "Oh," and then I was laughing. I said, "Oh." I said,
Yeah.
"Oops," and
Like I
then I was.
like I said, I wasn't really mad, but
I know.
I was
I could
annoyed.
see the annoyance. You were like,
I was
"Girl."
like
Well, you said, "So if I was just
I was like,
dead, you wouldn't even
so
came." I was like, "Damn."
I don't even think it was that. It was that I was just like, so
We
you
already
had
talked
all
about it.
these other options. You have a code to my house. You could have
Show
just got
did.
in. You have this. You could have called me. You could have
Nope.
did this. And I was like, and you chose none of those
Just went
options.
home.
You just chose to go home. And I was like, and again, that mentality 100% makes sense for people that has a habit of doing that stuff to you. So I was like, I have never done this to Jay.
But Jocelyn, I've been burnt so many times before. My new rule is I'm like, nope, everybody getting it.
I
Everybody's
was
getting
like,
it.
because I have done this to people before, so I get the mentality.
You're like,
I'm 100.
everyone's getting it.
I'm like, I 100% understand where she's coming from.
Everybody's
However,
getting it.
I've never done this to this
And
woman.
I didn't care. I said, how unusual. Going home. Like,
Right. I'm like, this is out of
see,
character
I
for
made
her,
a mental
but
note. If I don't hear from her tomorrow, I'm gonna check see if she dead. That's how
well,
that was. You wasn't dead.
anyway, like I was saying, for me, if I was married with kids, my time would become
And that's
a
how it was. I said,
bigger
oh, I got
priority.
time now. She's sleeping, going back home. And that's
So
they was happy to see me come back home.
but that was why I asked you, like, since getting married, having kids, all that stuff, how do you approach boundaries now? Are you a little stricter on them? Is there some areas where you're allowed where you can't where you feel like you can be a little looser with your boundaries? Did you have to let some people go because of these changes?
Mm-mm.
Like cuz so like
See,
that kind of stuff can just completely change your whole I mean, it already does change
yeah.
your whole life, but it can completely change your circle, like
But the
everything.
thing is, luckily for me, I was the late bloomer with kids. I was the last one in my group, besides the girl who don't got no kids. Well,
I mean,
no,
Christina's now
no, Rachel,
pregnant.
yeah. But the thing is,
I mean, I thought your sons were some of the older ones now.
no. See, depends on which friend circle. But
See,
anywho,
and back to that, the girl that
so
says she don't have many friend circles, she always talking about new friend circles. I don't
but I don't
understand.
know. I wasn't the first one to have kids
What are we, a
though.
friend line? And it
We an
ain't enough of us
organizational
to.
chart at this point. But I'm like, we got because I wasn't the only one to have kids. And, you know, I wasn't super young when I had them either. So it's not like my friends, It's not like I got pregnant at 19 where we really didn't do shit. Then I just had the baby and our whole friendship is me being having kids. We got to spend time with each other. And by the time everybody started having kids, we fizzled out of how to hanging out all the time and stuff anyway. We already reached that age where we were like,
So you were
I'm
already there,
cool
so you
with
didn't even
seeing
have to
you
really adjust those
once a
boundaries
month.
anyway.
So I'm like,
That
I'm
makes
cool with
sense.
that. So it really wasn't a hard transition. My only transition was after I got divorced. The first, after we got divorced, I was like, I'm free. And we all were just, ah. And then when I got back with him again, they was like, now you finna be all locked up. Can't
Locked
see
up.
me on Friday night no more. And I'm like, yeah, I can. It's just, you gotta let me know in advance because we gotta figure out our babysitting schedule. I
See,
can't
and
just
that's the
pop up.
boundary. That's
I
the
can't
boundary.
just pop
You
up
can't
no
just
more.
people can't just reach out to you. And I can't even say like they used to because I've never been able to do that because I've only known you
With
since you've
kids,
had
yeah.
kids. But I'm sure your friends would be able to like, oh, I just got off work. Let's go out and do
And we
something.
used
And
to.
now they like, well, she got kids and a husband now.
Gotta ask.
I
Gotta
mean, it's
plan
not even
it.
that she got. Oh,
Gotta
well, you
plan it.
meant. I thought they meant you had to ask. I'm like, she ain't
No.
gonna ask for nothing. If she want to
No.
go, she just gonna
Show
go.
will. But they gotta see
But
my schedule. We gotta plan everything out. We
yep.
can't do impromptus like that no more. I can't
But I think
just
I think friends should respect that and they should expect that.
yeah. Because if
Because you
they
also
didn't,
know
that's
that we have some
odd.
friends out there that once you have kids, they like to drop their friends.
Which I'm learning is common, which is crazy.
I'm like, so this
That's
person that
sad
you've
to
been friends
me.
with for
Means
10
nothing.
years,
Means
they got
nothing.
pregnant and you now like, well, gotta let that one go.
Fucked
What?
up. Because when you have kids, you want everybody still keep you around. And I didn't know that was a thing. And I'm discovering this is a problem.
It is a problem. Well, speaking of problematic friends,
Mm-hmm.
I got 5 friends. These is Jocelyn's top 5 friends we all need to let go.
I was like, 5 friends? When you get 5 friends?
I let them go.
Like, girl, you jumping all these big numbers. 5.
Ain't that a big number for me?
For an adult friendship, yes. That's a lot of
Says
adult
the person with
friends.
like 10 of them. Exactly. Yeah, get real quiet.
I collect friends over the years. I do not really lose. I just collect them
Well,
like beanie bags. I just
call me a
collect
bad
them.
friend if you will, but these are the 5 types of people that I am not willing to befriend anymore.
Let's hear them.
So,
let's see them. Let's hear them.
I got number 1, the friend that likes to dump their drama on you.
We already talked about that. We are
see,
not
I
your
ain't even
therapist. We already talked about we ain't your therapist. We ain't your therapist. We ain't your therapist.
I ain't
Anywho.
talking about trauma. I'm just talking about just your drama.
Same potato.
Trauma is different from drama. Trauma is a whole different category, and I ain't dealing with that either. But I don't even want to hear about your drama. Well, not consistently.
It's the same, like it's your self-induced foolishness.
Yeah.
That you
And I'm
want me
just
to
like,
care about, and I don't.
and I'm like, I can only care for a certain extent. Sure, tell me about some of your drama, but if you talking about the same drama every single time we get
I don't
together,
care.
at some point I'm gonna be like, girl, please stop talking to me about this. Because we've been talking about this same story for 6 months. Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go or figure out a way out of it. And right now it don't look like you want to do nothing but continue to complain to me about this same damn thing. And I'm tired of hearing about it.
And they egg it on. They like it. They say what they want to say.
Yeah, they look they're to me, you're looking for attention.
And I don't like it.
I don't like it either. Leave me alone. All right. That's number 1. Number 2 is friends with a diva mentality. Everything is about them. And it's never anything to do with anybody else.
That's annoying.
It's like, I was telling a story, but somehow you made it about you. How's that possible?
Everything's about them. You can say you
Everything's about
stub
them.
your toe, and they'll tell you about the time where they stubbed their toe, and it was worse than when you stubbed your toe.
Here's the thing. In the last episode, when we did that Would You Rather, and it was brought up the friend that wore white to your wedding.
That's
the diva friend. And if y'all got diva friends, they would 100% wear white to your
just
wedding.
to get attention.
Just to get attention because they know it's going to bring attention. For divas, it doesn't matter if the attention is good or bad. They just want the attention.
Well, the thing is, some people use it as kind of like they use it interchangeably, like, I'm a boss, and that's not being a
That's
diva.
not, and it's
Now,
not.
Beyonce confused people with that song. She
Right.
did.
She did.
She confused some people.
She
That's
did.
not
And that
what she
started
did.
way before Beyonce even came out with that dang on song.
But that song didn't help.
It sure in the hell didn't. But
Sure
I'm just
did.
like, I can't stand a diva. Like, girl, chill out. Just chill. Number 3. And let me see, is this the big one for me? Oh yeah, this is a big one for me.
And it should be big one for everybody.
The friends that won't own up to their shit.
Because also the friend who won't own up to their shit is also the drama friend sometimes. It's the same damn friend.
I had a friend, and this wasn't even something she did to me, but she had and it's also with that boundary thing, respecting people's time. She was notorious for not respecting people's time. And I've
Just
had
rude.
several conversations with her about it. Like, you have to put more respect on people's time. You can't be making plans with people and then never showing up. You can't be having people always waiting on you, because it's not all about you. You need to respect people's time. So she had her boyfriend. He was at her house. He needed to go home to get something. He lived more than an hour away. She went to her mother's house. He's now on his way back to her house. And she's like, oh, okay, go ahead and head there. By the time you get there, I'll be home. He gets back to her house. She's still at her mother's house. She calls me on her way home, and she's all mad because he went home, because she had that man waiting on her outside her apartment for more than half an hour.
Which is crazy.
And she couldn't understand why she was in the wrong.
Girl, because why'd you tell him to come over there? You should just waited till you got home.
I was like, I said, honestly, he gave you a lot more
Because
time
I
than I
would have
would.
left.
I said, I would have gave you 10 minutes tops, and I would have been gone. She has actually gotten mad at me before because we had plans with each other. I showed up to her house. She wasn't there. I text her like, hey, where you at? And she was like, oh, I'm at the gas station, which was literally right around the corner from her apartment.
You like,
So I
okay,
was like,
I'll
oh,
wait.
okay.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting. 15 minutes go by. I said, there ain't no damn way.
You ain't at
no
that gas
damn way she
station.
was at that gas station. So I proceed to go home. I'm literally at the corner of my house when she calls me asking me where I'm at.
Home.
And I said, I went home. She said, why would you go home? I said, because I was not about to sit there and wait on you. I done told you before, you need to respect other people's time. And you do not respect my time. And I'm not going to keep sitting there
You
waiting
lied
on
and said
you.
you was at the gas
That
station
is
up the
time that I
street.
will never get back.
Mm-mm.
And I could have been sitting at home enjoying a nice drink and some TV. And I'd much rather wait on people at my house than wait on people somewhere else.
Well, yeah.
Both are still wrong. You shouldn't have people waiting on you. If you can't make it on time, you need to be telling people. But if you gonna have people waiting on you, let them be waiting on you in the comfort of their own home.
Not at a location.
Exactly. So I just can't stand when people can't take ownership of the shit that they do to other people. That's a big problem for me.
It's rude.
It is extremely rude.
And it's like, how out of touch are you that you don't even realize your own?
Which I guess is also, I just can't stand people that's not self-aware.
Like, how do you not realize that's annoying to others?
How do you not realize that that's just a problem?
How do you not know that?
Like,
Because if the shoe was on the other foot and you had to
You'd be
wait on me
pissed
for 30 minutes, you would be livid, but think it's acceptable
when you
for
do.
you to do. Nah, you ain't special. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Well, so that's number 3. Number 4, those that are too attached, but also those that are too detached.
Life is a delicate
And
balance.
I've had both. And I
Delicate
can't even tell
balance.
you which one. Actually, maybe the one that's too attached is probably
Yeah, the
worse.
one that's too attached is more annoying than
Because
the
let
one
me
that's
tell you, because I actually just
detached.
remembered this story a few days ago because I was telling somebody else this. We were talking about attached friends.
Yeah.
And I used to have a friend back when I used to have an actual boyfriend. This woman would call me, like actually call me on my phone. If I didn't answer, she showed up at my house, which Sure, if I have a history of answering and I don't answer, you
Mm-hmm.
want to do a wellness check, sure, whatever. I can get past that. But if I ain't home, you know what her next step was? She go to my boyfriend's house.
That's weird.
I thought so too.
That's weird.
I thought so too. I was like, that feels too much like a relation. Why are you showing up at my boyfriend's house looking for me? Because you couldn't get a hold of me on my phone or at my house.
If you go to my house and
Now I
I
can
ain't
see if it
there,
was like weeks had gone by and you've been trying to,
yeah,
but this was literally you called me twice on the same day and then showed up at my house on the same day, like an hour after you called me, and then immediately went to my boyfriend's
that's
house.
weird.
I didn't like it.
It's weird.
I didn't like it one bit.
It's creepy. I don't like that.
Yes, but that's what she did. That was my too attached friend. But then you got the friends that's too detached. And they if they'll you'll go 6 months without hearing from them.
And there they go.
Mm-hmm. And then it's like, okay, so what if I died?
You all right?
Exactly, you cool. Like, but what if I wasn't?
What is that?
Like, is the only way I'm gonna hear from you is if I reach out to you and say, hey, how's it going?
Sometimes, but that's not your friend though.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, you're too detached for me to really consider
We
you a friend.
acquaintances
We're
now.
acquaintances. And I still have people in my life that's like that. They're like the people that I call my party friends. They I haven't heard from them in over a year. I know they still alive because I see like their Instagram lives and stuff like that. They know I'm alive because I post our
Yeah.
reels on my personal page story, so they know that
Mm-hmm.
somebody's doing that.
Somebody alive.
But do you think that they reaching out to me and be like, hey Jocelyn, just wanted to check in on you, haven't seen you, haven't heard from you?
But if you were to contact them, like, hey, let's party. Y'all would go
they
party.
they they all good for it, and it's gonna be like not a day has passed since we last saw each other. But at the same time, those are the friendships that they have no substance. And I'm too old for that. I'm sorry. My friendships now is the ones that's literally like what I said. What did I say earlier?
Death row.
Death row. Like if I'm building friendships right now, those are the people that I plan to grow old with as friends.
Because adult friendships are hard.
They too hard to
It's
be
hard
just
to
playing
find them.
around. Too hard to be flying, playing around. So I'm like, I think people just need to get I just think people need to get more serious about their friendships. Stop letting the random person down the street come into your life and then calling them your friend when you don't really know nothing about them.
They just live down the
They just
street.
live down the
And y'all
street and
both
you
got
know
dogs.
them.
That ain't your friend.
Just because you know a little something about somebody does not make them your friend. That's my take on it. So that was number 4.
Yes.
Number 5. And we've kind of hit on this before. The friends that talk, and actually, no, we haven't actually talked about this before.
Not on the show anyway.
Friends that talk badly about you to your other friends.
Ain't none of them
No, no,
good
no.
friend.
The ones that talk badly about the other friends in the group to you.
Equally as bad.
Yeah, because my thought is if you come to me, like say for instance, it was I don't know, say for instance it was me, you, and Paris, and we were all friends. And Paris comes to you saying, oh, Jocelyn this, Jocelyn that, Jocelyn this, Jocelyn that, and the other.
Have you talked to her? Will be my first response. Well, have you spoken to her about this?
That wouldn't even be my first thought.
What?
My first thought would be, I wonder what you say to Jocelyn about me.
Everything. I'm crusty and I'm dusty and I'm ugly and I'm musty. That's what they gonna say.
Because
That's what they gonna
now
say.
that doesn't mean that friends can't go to the other friends and
To
vent
vent.
about the other ones. I wouldn't be mad if my friend, like if I did something to Paris and we were all friends and she went to be like, man, Jocelyn really pissed me off because she
That's
did this.
not the same.
That's different. But if she come to you on a regular and being like, man, she annoys the hell out of me. She always it's like, wait now.
You know we went through that with that one person. I can't say their
Oh,
name.
yeah. Well, that's kind of my take on it. It's like if you and I don't understand why the person that's talking the crap about the other friend doesn't get that though.
But it's like word vomit to them. Like they say it comes out of thin air. No one was even talking about any damn thing. We like, oh, what you doing this weekend? I'm going shopping. And then you know what I hate about this bitch? And you like,
Yeah,
what? Wait
they
a
literally pluck it
minute.
out of thin air and be like, you know who I just realized I low key can't stand sometimes,
Our
and you
friend
be like,
Samantha.
who? You thinking they about to talk about some random at work,
No,
and they talking about
our friend Samantha. You be like,
you about to talk about the girl that just left here and you was just laughing with her,
you just
not her.
you French braided her hair. What are you? Now you hate her guts,
Especially in my case, you talking about the girl that just bought you some food.
and you ate it.
Uh, make this make sense. And I don't understand. And those always the people that when you go tell the other friend, they be shocked that you said something. It's like, but what did you think was gonna happen? Cause my assumption is since you was telling me this, I thought she knew this how you felt. Because
Your
you
first
should have been
conversation should have been
you should
her,
have
not
been
me.
having this conversation. So I thought she knew you felt this way. So yeah, we talked about it. I
Sure.
was like, girl, I ain't know she ain't like you.
That's messy. That is so messy. Did you know somebody hates you like that? You
But at the
messy.
same time, it's like she needs to know that this girl ain't for her.
You messy.
I honestly, if one of my friends was talking that much smack about
Yeah, it
me
depends.
to
Like if it's
you,
like again, if she dusty, musty, crusty, then
I ain't gonna lie to you. If me, you, and Christina was hanging out heavy, and Christina came to me talking shit about you, like mad shit, I'm telling you because
well,
this
yeah, and
woman
vice
thinks that
versa.
y'all are two peas in the mother effing pod,
You like,
and you
oh.
sitting here talking mad crap about her to me. I'm telling Jay because why are you
First of
doing
all,
this?
you know I talk all that shit, but I'm telling. You know good and damn well I'm like,
Because she deserves to know.
first of all, my hands will be flying. I got something to tell your ass. Let me know
Uh-huh.
when you free.
I'd be low
And
key
that's
trying.
like,
I'd be low key trying to secretly record that damn conversation so
and you
that
know
there's
it.
no doubt in your mind that this shit actually happened.
We messy, ain't we? Are we messy?
No, I just think people need to know how people actually feel about them. I don't like it
We
when you
messy.
have these friends that like to be in your face as if they actually your friend, but be talking shit about you behind your back. And it's like, and now you sitting here looking stupid,
Yeah, but why'd
talking
you
about how
drag me?
much
I
you
be mad.
love this
I
girl,
be
and
mad.
she ain't got nothing good to say about you.
I be so mad like, why you drag me in this shit? You know good and damn
Exactly. Now
well.
you know I'm gonna go tell her.
Why you drag me in this?
I ain't even want to be involved in y'all shit. I knew you ain't like that girl, but as long as you didn't say it to me, I had nothing to go off of. I had nothing to go off of but vibes.
And now I'm involved.
And now
And
I
now
gotta
I'm
go tell
messy
her.
because now I'm fake if I don't tell on your ass.
Now I
So
don't feel like I'm being a good
now
friend.
I feel fake and dirty. Well, looks like I'd be fake and dirty towards you.
Hmm. Because again, if you willing to come talk that much stuff about
Ooh,
her who's
what else
supposed
are
to be
you
your
saying?
bestie, what are you saying
I
about
told you
me?
that you dusty, crusty, musty.
Dusty, crusty, musty.
That's what they said.
So I'm like, nah, we not doing that. Cause I just I just don't it's too many fake friends out there. I guess that's the moral of that story because you
And the
got some
more Reddits I
people.
read, the more I go, y'all fake as hell.
Yes, and that's what got me on that was because I was like, I've seen so many Reddits at this point
It's scary.
that's just like,
Y'all fake friends.
you know what? Actually, listeners, can we get some people to in the comments tell us some of their friendship successes? Like,
Yeah.
let's hear some good stuff centered around friendships because there's a lot of negativity centered around adult friendships right now. These people either they want to get out of these friendships and don't want to tell the other person, so they just want to just fade
They want to
away.
ghost them.
Yeah, I'm like, ghost, what?
That's weird.
And I'm just like, this. You're an adult though,
Just say
and they
something.
did something to you.
Say it.
Say it. So they either want to end these friendships, they either want and or they want to go tell the friend's spouse that the friend is cheating on them. They want to they want to go through the friend's phone while the friend is drunk passed out looking for dirt on the friend to go tell the fiance even though
Well,
they
that
don't
one
know
different
for
because he
sure.
wanted her.
Still,
He wasn't her friend.
Exactly. None of these
He
people
was
are
a
their
scorned
friends.
lover. That's what he was, a scorned
I'm just
lover.
like, oh my goodness. One of them got too attached to the friend that she got created fake accounts to see if she was blocked on this friend's
Oh, I forgot about
social
that.
media
Yeah.
page. I'm like, oh my God. Like, friends, like, adults just don't know how to be friends with each other.
I wonder what happened.
So, yeah.
You know what? It all fell through when we stopped having pen pals.
Oh, I used to love a pen pal.
That's when it all went to shit.
I used to love writing my little pen pal
That's
letter.
when it all went to shit when we stopped having pen pals.
Girl, wasn't that in like 3rd grade?
Elementary school, sometime.
I'm like, I can't remember the last time I had a pen pal.
Where was I think my pen pal was from China.
I don't know where my pen pal was, but I used to have a friend, and it wasn't like a traditional pen pal, but you remember when Yahoo was a thing?
Yeah.
I used to be in the Yahoo pool room playing pool.
Yeah.
And
I remember that.
I had a guy that we would always AOL message each other.
What a time.
His name is Abar Scarsi, and he is from Turkey. And man, me and him used to have something. We used to be up to like 2 a.m. playing pool together.
What an innocent time on the internet.
Right?
What an
And
innocent time.
I found him in several years ago now, but way after we stopped talking to each other and playing pool because you get older.
Yeah.
Found him on Instagram. Now we follow each other on Instagram. But I was like, I loved Abar Scott. He was such a cool dude. Loved him. But yeah, friendships.
Life makes it complicated. Childhood friendships are easy. Life complicates things.
I don't think that life has to be what makes. I think people make life make
But that's what
friendships
I'm
complicated.
saying.
I don't think that friendships actually have to be that complicated.
No.
Because me and you became friends after becoming adults. Me and Abby became friends after becoming adults. But I don't feel like either one of those friendships are complicated.
Well, that's because we're not complicated people.
I ain't say y'all wasn't complicated people.
I don't think, because what is on my mind is usually out of my mouth. So it's not really that
but that don't
complicated.
mean you ain't complicated. It just means that you gonna say whatever you got to say, and it's just gonna be what it's gonna be.
Well, I'm a Gemini, so there's layers.
So
There's layers.
yes, you
There's
are
layers.
a complicated person. I think I'm a complicated person. My mood swings is terrible.
And the messed up part is I have them too, so I don't think they bad. You like, I ain't in the mood. Dance on the way.
Exactly.
And then go.
I think what it is that we found people that more align with us than other people we've met in our adult
I think
life.
a lot of people, they bend and break themselves to fit the mold of their friends, and that's why they're so miserable, because they're not really their friends.
And not even just that, I don't think people just invest enough time to make sure that these friends actually fit their personality. I just don't think they do. I think people should treat friendships more like they do relationships, because it is a relationship. Not every relationship is romantic. That's why there's different titles. There's a romantic relationship, and then there's a friendship, which is also a relationship. And I'm just like, you should treat that like that, because especially if you're
effort. Yeah.
Especially if you're coming at it from a lifelong thing. You need to invest in your friendships. If you have issues with your friends, you need to say something just like you would in a romantic relationship, or even with your family. You'd address it with them, so why won't you address it with your friends? And actually, that ain't even my thought. That's a thought that I'm stealing from a comment that I saw on the weekly Reddit. But it's so true.
It is true.
It's like, you need to be willing to invest in your friend. And it doesn't seem like people are willing to invest in their friendships.
They just want to complain about stuff.
They just want to complain about stuff, or put expectations on these friends, but not tell them what those expectations are.
So they can't meet them if they didn't know they were there.
How do you expect somebody to meet your expectations if they don't know what they are?
They can't read. Friends are not there to read your mind.
They are not. They are not. And I'm sorry, it's just, that's not what it is. And if you expect me to read your mind, we don't need to be friends. And that's okay. Also, I think people just don't like rejection either.
Which is also another thing.
It is okay to be cool with somebody and then decide,
I don't think I would too.
Nah, I'm good.
Because I'll change it in a minute with anything else.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think people need to to be a little more selective of their friends and choose. I think they need to go about friendships the same way they do relationships.
Because they're not picky enough, I feel. And then that's how they end up in
You're letting everybody be
situations.
your friend, and then you get disappointed because you let literally
Anybody
everybody be
that
your
was
friend.
who was anywhere, who just anywhere around you, you not consider that your friend just because they're close. Like, just because they're around
You're
you
in your vicinity.
does not mean that's your friend.
I don't know you. I don't even care if I know something about you. I don't really know you.
Sure don't.
But I got a bonus one. And that's the one that might actually piss people off. The one that always needs a favor.
The scrub.
Not the scrub.
That's what they are.
The one is, can I hold some?
And by hold, they mean have and never return. I don't play that. As soon as you try to hold, now, like, I got strict rules on who I give money to. But the messed up part, the only people I trust with money are the people who don't need my money. And there are friends I will never, if I give them anything, I know it will never be returned, which means you only get $20 from me because I know that I ain't never about to see it again.
I have literally done that to somebody. They asked me if they could borrow $20, and I said, I'll loan you this $20, but I can guarantee if I don't get it back, you never get money from me again.
You can,
and you're gonna really need it one day,
because you
apparently.
needed that $20 more than me, because I ain't hurting over no $20.
Right.
It's the principle that you over here scheming over $20.
But it's even more than that. It's not even just money, but it's just you always need something from me.
You want to borrow my clothes and never give them back.
You want me to take you this place, pick you up from this place, watch your cat, watch your dog. It's like,
watch your kids. Like, what?
Watch my crock pot.
Baby, something.
It's like, come on now.
Watch my crock pot. Sometimes you do got stirred. But anyway.
I know, but damn, if you know you got to stir, can you make sure you at home? Put it on the stove, it'll cook faster.
That's funny.
But yeah, it's the friends that always just need something from you. But even further than that, they always need something from you, but can never do anything for you.
Even things that are free. They can't do a free favor. You can simply go, hey, I got a package. Can you get it? And you know they unemployed, live down the street. But it's always a reason why they can't. Like, you literally don't even have a job.
Literally have nothing to do.
Get my package.
I wouldn't go that far.
After all the mess you done asked me for, and I just want you to get a package?
Man, I would think it's absolutely ridiculous. Get them. I wouldn't give a damn if you lived on the other side of town. If I've been doing all this shit for you and in over 6 years, and the one time I actually need you to just go pick up the damn package.
Learn to reciprocate. Okay.
And I'm not saying that friendships have to be so transactional, but there does become a point where you're being used.
Yes. And transactions is how you discover when
you being used.
Because I hate people say, don't make it transactional. At the end of the day, it is. Even if it's not about items, it's emotional transactions too.
I'm telling you, when I realized, when I asked my friend to come help me do my hair, when I was already 75% done with it, to go out with her because she wanted to go out and then she canceled the whole thing. I said, clearly I can't ask you for nothing. I can't ask you for nothing.
You just can't. You said, I'd rather cancel than help that girl.
Yeah. Dang. I'd rather cancel than to help that girl get ready to go out with me. When I'm the one asked her to go out with me and she actually didn't want to go nowhere.
So I don't have hair now.
Not to mention the fact, all the other stuff that I had done. I was like, seriously?
Okay.
Seriously? Seriously. So yeah, I can't stand a friend that always needs something for you, but or pretty much a simpler way to put it, the friend that always got their hand out, but can't never reciprocate.
In any sort of, like I said, it don't even gotta be about money. They can't
hand
reciprocate
out looking for something, but ain't never hand out to give something.
Never.
It's like, what are we doing here?
Step on your toes if you on the ledge. Step on your fingers, or if you on that ledge, they don't care.
I was just like, nah, I'm done with these types of friends. And I think everybody should let them go. And I think everybody...
That's how they'll learn to stop doing it.
I think a lot of people are dealing with one or more of these types of friends.
That's why you're on Reddit.
Yeah, that's why they going to the public.
How do I get rid of my 37-year friendship? Girl, what?
37-year friendship. Yeah, that was the last one where
Girl,
they
who?
was friends for 15 years. And I'm just like, y'all need to just let them go.
Over one transaction? But like, let that been your man.
Exactly. You would never let him get away with that.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Or he would never let her get away with
y'all
that.
let y'all partners get away with crazy stuff, but they want to have high standards for your friends.
Right. Make
I
that
don't
make
like that
sense.
either. Make it equal. Have high standards in both areas, not just one.
Exactly, because you should treat your friendships like a relationship. If you're gonna have high standards for your spouse, I mean, have high standards for your friends
And
because
sometimes the
they all
birds
gonna
of
be
a
involved
feather.
in your life a lot.
And birds of a feather, to a certain
Do
extent,
flock
is true.
together. They do flock together.
To a certain extent, sometimes you are friends with a hoe and you ain't a hoe.
And I have been friends with people that ain't a hoe.
Exposing yourself.
I know, right? No, I meant to say I have been friends
Exposing
with people
yourself.
that are hoes, and I'm not the hoe. I don't open my legs for just random people.
But I like their stories. Is that
I do
fucked
love
up?
their stories, and
Oh, I love
I'm
the
a little
story.
envious. So I wish I had that courage, but I'm like, it's too much. It's too much
I'm
stuff
too
out there.
afraid
Yeah, I'm too afraid to do that. It's too
of
much stuff
many
out
things on
there
many levels.
for me to be doing
And
that.
not just feel, I'm emotionally afraid, I'm physically afraid. There's too much to go on.
Yeah. Well, before we get into the weekly Reddit, I had a question for you.
Yes.
If you found out that this is the only political thing I'll ever say on this podcast.
Okay.
We don't do politics, but I am curious what your answer is. If you found out that we had differing political views, would you end our friendship?
No, because I'm friends with somebody with different political views than me.
And okay, that's what I thought you would say.
It's a close friend.
That's what I thought.
We just don't really talk about it.
My personal stance on it, I don't think friends should talk about politics.
It's too I don't know what it is about politics, but baby, it riles people up.
It does, and I really don't think it should. I don't think politics should rile people up because,
but baby, it do.
Because let's just be for real. The Republicans have good stuff that they do. They also have terrible stuff they do. So does the Democrats. So I'm like, so none of them are pure and absent of evil. Neither one of them. I can find absolutely terrible things.
Flaws in both.
Exactly. I'm like, you can find flaws in both of them.
But boy, do people. The thing is, that's why I avoid it. It's not even that I'm just so strong in my convictions.
Right. And
I just don't want to lose a friend over something that really has nothing to do with our friendship, because we are not at the voting polls together at 99% of our friendships. We not. But if you start saying ignorant shit,
exactly. Now I shut that down.
Ignorant shit.
I shut it down.
Don't do it.
And as soon as it start getting about politics, like don't talk to me about that.
Don't want to hear it.
Don't talk to me about
And
politics.
that's what I do. I go. We are having Starbucks, and we leaving it at that.
I'm pretty sure we have the same political
I hope so. I don't want to be surprised. But
based off of some of the conversations we've had, I'm pretty sure we have the same political stance.
Yes, but even still, we still have never
confirmed it.
Because I don't want to go there.
Because why would we?
It'll just cause problems.
That is the other thing that I'm realizing is tearing up not just friendships, but families.
But that's why at work they say, don't you talk about it, because you like Mary from accountant until you was friends with her on Facebook and seen some crazy shit.
Well,
and you said, "Oh, I ain't messing with her anymore."
Where here's the weekly Reddit. And it says, how do you end a friendship? Literally almost word for word the same title as the weekly Reddit from last week's episode.
But everybody hate their friends.
Right?
God damn.
It says, how do you end a friendship? It says, I know lots of people are going through this right now. How exactly do you prefer to end a friendship over political, moral, ethical differences? Do you drift slowly and leave it distant but open? Hide/mute them on social media and move on with your life. This can feel cruel, and I don't like that. Or Do you have a conversation specifically to state why you can no longer be friends? Example, your support of Trump slash misogyny is making it difficult for me to trust you. Or do you have a breakup conversation but not bother mentioning the actual reason? This seems like a waste of time, a waste to me personally, but I can completely understand not wanting to start a debate since there is no point. Or is there another method you like?
See, to me, it depends on what you're that angered about. Are you a person that the political views are negatively impacted
Hmm.
by? But if it's just your personal views and you don't, but then just because they voted for somebody doesn't mean they agree with every
That's my whole
single
point. I
thing
don't
they
like it when
do.
so
That's not their whole
and I'll
personality.
just
Yeah.
use Trump as an example for this. Just because somebody voted for Trump does not mean that they support misogyny and everything like he does.
That might
Like
be because I know a lot
that
of
doesn't
people,
mean that.
because many people voted for him based strictly off the immigration and nothing
And that's a
else,
problem.
which is still messed up. But it's like, so all the other stuff, they might be just as disgusted as you, because I'm sure if they, I ain't gonna go deep into it. Did
Mm-hmm.
they do much research on that man, or did they hear one thing they agreed with and then voted based off that one thing they heard that they agreed with? And it's like, well, but I would actually talk to them like, okay, so how do you fit? I would not
I think
assume based on who somebody voted for that they are for or against anything. You cannot assume that based
exactly.
off of who they voted for.
I
But I would talk to them like, is it just something that you don't like? Because, like, do you just not like it? Or is it something like it's something that impacts your day to day life
my
and you
thought I
feel like
think
it's
a lot of
negative?
whether I would end the friendship depends on one,
What
I don't
is
give a
it?
fuck about your political
But
standpoint. I don't.
it's your personal views
It's
about
now
stuff
if we
that
talk
would
about
be,
just pure moral
yeah,
things,
I think that's
that's
what they're talking
different. To
about.
me, that's
I
different.
don't think it's political part because
Well,
things
I only
are
use
very
that because she
separated people.
specifically used Trump as an
Yeah, but I'm like, but
example.
what
But
about it? Is it
exactly, what
moral?
about
That's why I
it?
said, is it
So I'm like, are you
about,
leaning more towards like the moral thing, or is it literally just because somebody voted for
I'm
Trump?
thinking it's a specific issue, but they don't want to put their business out there.
Well,
But you're already putting it out there, so you might as well put it all out
but
there.
if I have a friend and for 10 plus years, and then I found out, oh, she voted for Trump, I'm not gonna be like, well, bitch, you gotta go then. You know what I mean? Like we've been friends for
The
how long?
nosy in me will go,
Why?
what made you? Is there a particular stance
Yeah,
or
I'm gonna
like
ask you a
what?
question. I'm gonna ask you a question because
Of
I'm like this.
understanding,
Get
not
I want to get
of,
an understanding of you.
because are we not on the same level like I thought we were? And now I'm learning something about you I don't like.
And I'm not even coming about it from that because
No,
just
I'm saying it
because you
might be
voted for him
something
doesn't even
moral.
mean that
Well,
we're not
no,
even
I'm
on the
saying
same
that's why I
level.
want to know why it might be something moral. Like,
Maybe it's something that
oh,
I'm not seeing.
yeah, I'm
So
like,
I'm like,
oh.
here's my stance on it. Even though I don't want people to convince me of anything, but I'm coming from the standpoint, convince me to swap
Well, not only
to
that, I
swap. You
just
know
want
what
to
I
see where
mean?
your head is.
Yeah.
Where's your head
So
at?
tell me why you did that, as if you were trying to convince me that he was the best
You
candidate.
have turned to a Jehovah Witness. Go.
Exactly.
Like, what are you
Like
about to do?
what about his policies? What about his
Do you
stance?
like?
Tell me, because I might not be informed.
And it might not be something extreme like somebody thinks it is. Like a lot of people, it's just they did it because they thought they're gonna get another tax check, and it had nothing to do with anything else, which is crazy. But I'm telling you, people did it. They
Well,
won't own up to it now because shit done hit the fan. But they goddamn did it.
well, then there's like somebody that said I lost various friendships and family members to MAGA. And I'm just like, you didn't lose them to MAGA. You lost them because you chose to let them
But
go.
then on top of that, what views? You don't gotta tell me, but obviously, if
But I
they're
think it's
for it, they were always for it, and y'all just never talked
talked
about it.
about it.
And now
Exactly.
you're like, oh, didn't know that you felt that way about that. That's interesting. Don't like that. I mean,
And that's fine.
which
You
makes
cannot
sense. Like,
you
hey,
cannot like but you cannot like any decision that I've made. As long as I'm not directly hurting people, Feel however you want to feel. My thing when it comes to
But I wouldn't do it
voting,
just based off political stuff. Like, oh, I don't like that person. I don't like, yeah, no,
exactly.
I'm not doing
I'm
that.
like, our job as voters is to choose the lesser of the evil.
Not even just choose what you think is most in line with you
Which should be the
when you
lesser of the
go.
evil.
But it depends on what you think evil is. And this is
Which
where it
all of
gets
us have
sticky.
different viewpoints.
Yeah, everyone has different
And I'm
viewpoints.
like, and for you, you might have chose this route. For me, I might have chose this route. And for somebody else, they might have chose another route. This is why I say friendship, friends, family, all them people, they shouldn't talk about politics.
Boy,
Just
don't
leave it
you.
alone. Have your have your viewpoint. Nobody's telling you not to have an opinion. But leave it with the ballots.
Just have your
There's a
friends
reason that
know
the
that you vote
voting,
and y'all vote.
right,
Y'all can even vote on the same time at the same day and never talk about who you voted
there's a
for. Don't do
reason
it.
that the ballots are
Secretive.
anonymous.
It's secretive.
Like, because this stuff can ruin relationships, families. I mean, I've heard about somebody that was engaged to her fiance and broke up with him in a
See?
grocery store parking lot because she found out he voted for Trump.
Well, my thing is, like I said, depends the reasoning why. Okay, I'm like, so what? Just say I voted. I'm like,
And that
no.
was literally it. She
I'd be
said
like,
all she
what?
found out was that he voted for Trump,
Because
and
my
she ended
brain
it
will
right then
go,
and there.
why? Like, to me, that's all that I'm like, so why?
And I did. I was like, so you
I would
ended
want to know
your.
why. I would want to know why.
I was like, you ended your relationship because he voted for Trump.
But then it also depends on what conversations did they have in their relationship. Now, if they had conversations
They
that
literally
made
were
it
just on the
very
way to the
clear,
grocery store.
because it might have been where he was talking one way and then did something else what made her question his character, which I can understand. You be like, we have had many,
You know this person.
many conversations, or you thought you did. We
No, no, no,
had
no, no. You
many.
know this person that I'm talking
I
about.
think, but I'm like,
And
yeah,
you know how she tends to think if you don't have that matching viewpoint as her, even if you have a reason for not having that matching viewpoint as her.
I would ask why. That I wouldn't just immediately break it
I
off.
did.
I
And
would
she
want to know
literally
why.
said that it was because that was when she found out he voted for Trump.
I would ask
And I was
why.
like, so you ended your relationship just because you found out this man voted for Trump and you don't agree with some of the stuff that he's done.
I would just like, what made you do
And I was
that?
just like, well, if that's the way you want to live your relationship, then
To
hey.
me, they give that man too much power. But anywho, I'm like, what? My brain, I would just simply go, what? And how
I
did
just
y'all
don't
never have a political conversation before the engagement? Is wild to me.
I could understand that. I've never talked to any guy that I've been with about their political viewpoints, and I never
See, I
will.
didn't until we got to the like, hey, we want to spend our lives together stage. That's when you should start bringing up stuff like that.
Even if I get engaged, I'm not talking to you about your political standpoint. I
Oh,
don't
I
give a
am.
shit what your
Oh, I
political
need to know
standpoint
now.
is.
While we were just dating, it didn't goddamn matter. It didn't
Because
matter
at the
at
end of the
all.
day, whether you who you vote for is not going to make me say no, I'm not going to marry
It
you.
depends.
It
It
wouldn't it me I
depends.
just don't think politics is that deep
But
to
that's the thing.
completely derail your
Some
relationships like
people
that.
do though.
I know,
And
and
that's the
that's the whole
thing.
point of this
Some
whole
people
discussion
do.
is she's trying to figure out how to end a friendship because in my viewpoint is because they have differing political viewpoints. And I'm like, I don't
Mm-hmm.
think that's a reason to end a friendship. Just because I don't think that's a reason to end a friendship or relationship or anything just because y'all have differing political
That's also, it
viewpoints.
depends how far on the spectrum y'all are
Now, if you're one
apart.
of the extremes,
Yes, I'll say if one is extremely left
but the
and the
thing
other one is
is,
extremely right, it's not gonna work.
But the thing is,
It ain't.
if one is extremely left or extremely right, that conversation would naturally come up anyway, whether I wanted to or not.
It will
And
show
we
up.
would never make it to
And
the
it
point
wouldn't
where we
even
talking about
have to be
marriage.
about politics. It would be about life. Like y'all would just be talking about simple life. And if
Right.
y'all that
That's what I'm
far,
saying. It would
it
never make
would
it
y'all
to
wouldn't actually y'all shouldn't even be the place to be friends, to be real with
right.
you.
That's what I say. It would never in a relationship, it would never make it to marriage or us getting engaged
Cause you would
because
go, ew, I hate you.
our viewpoints just differ way too much at
And
that
it would
point.
be
That
more
even
than
not even
just
counting
that. Not
politics,
just,
just
yeah, it
in
would be
day-to-day
more than
life,
politics.
in day-to-day
Mm-hmm.
life, it just doesn't mesh. So that's what I'm saying. Like, even if I was in a relationship I'm not having that discussion with the guy that I'm getting engaged with, because if you were far this or far that, that would have came up a long time ago.
I'm messy and I'm still gonna ask because I'm messy and I
See, I
need
just
to
generally
know.
don't care.
I need to know.
I don't.
Now, would I take it as far as just dumping him in the Meyer parking lot? No. First of all, we still got to go home together.
Right? I was like, how do you get home? But in
But
this person's
yeah,
instance, she's asking how to end the friendship. And I'm like
I
you said,
wouldn't
I
be
think there's
focused
a
on trying to. I'm like, I need to be. I wouldn't focus
I
on
wouldn't
trying to
focus
end the
on
relationship.
in a relationship or a friendship. I would focus on having a conversation at that point,
That's what I would
because
be.
clearly it means something to you, that her viewpoints might be different.
Because you should need to talk to them and figure
Now,
out
if
what
it's like a
exactly
true
it's about.
moral issue where,
Yeah,
like, okay, she did something and you don't agree with it, that was like, oh, I saw her kick a dog or something. You know what I
you like you
mean?
crazy and I don't
We're
trust
done.
you.
Exactly. I think it's fairly easy to end that relationship. You could literally be like, yeah, I'm not your friend because
But we
I
don't
sat
know the
and watched you get
backstory
joy from kicking a dog.
because it could be a situation where they're part of the community and everything that's being done right now
Hmm.
is in opposition to that. And I can see why you'd be like, but wait, but hold on. I thought we were friends. Now, something like that, I could see to go. Now, you know, they ran on this the entire time. So it's not like you were confused and didn't know. But then maybe you were, like I said, might be one of them people who voted because they thought they was getting a tax check. Didn't do any research, didn't look up nothing.
I ain't even talking about politics no more. I'm
I
just talking
know.
about ending a friendship based on
But if
moral
there was no
things.
conversation, what are you doing? Why
Exactly.
did you
There needs to
not?
be a conversation, and this comes up with every
And it should have
Reddit that we
came up.
do. There needs to
There's
be a
never a
conversation.
conversation.
There's
That's
never a
weird. And then they tell me, yeah,
conversation.
I'm too good of a person to ghost them. Are you?
Exactly. I'm
Are
like, clearly you're
you?
not, because you
Are
literally list
you?
that as one of the options.
Are you? That's what I'm thinking.
I'm
Well,
like,
are
literally
you?
every option you said you gave to end this friendship. You said you didn't like it. Either you said it was too cruel or a waste of time. So what are you gonna do?
So
Just
do you
like,
even want to end the like to me just have a
just have a
again, what is the
conversation
point? I'm like, so
then.
you rather throw away a whole friendship than simply ask a question. I don't understand. Cuz they could simply go, "You know what? What made you do that? I want to know. I'm not even here to judge. I just genuinely am interested in what made you do that."
Now, the reason I actually wanted this in the weekly Reddit was because of this comment in response to it. And it says, I was talking to my therapist last week about how people seem scared of having hard conversations with their friends, like they reserve addressing a problem and talking about it for partners and family.
Mhm.
And how when friends try to have these conversations, people often treat it as an end to a end of a friendship. In my mind, if you can't talk to a friend about something that's bothering
They
you,
ain't your
or and vice
friend.
versa, they're not really a friend, they're just an acquaintance. All that is to say, if they're a friend, actually a friend, who hopefully cares about you and respects you, I think you should talk to them. If they're really just an acquaintance and talking with them wouldn't actually do anything, then fade
Let it
out.
go.
It does suck, but if they wouldn't hear you out in good faith, if you tried talking to them, then why try talking to them?
Well, that's what I was like.
And
Why can't you just talk to
we've
your
said
friend?
that so many times, and it's like,
What are y'all not getting?
it absolutely baffles me when I see a weekly Reddit, or even when somebody will comment on some of our stuff and say, "Oh no, I wouldn't talk to them," or whatever. And it's
Why
like,
not?
but then how can you actually say that was your friend?
Was it?
Like, how could that be your friend? You won't even talk to them about issues that you have with them.
You'll give your job a chance. You'll tell them,
You
but you won't tell
exactly.
your friend
You give every Tom, Dick, and Harry a
a
chance
second
out there,
chance.
but you won't even go talk to your friend because you felt she put your cup in the wrong spot.
Silly. And like the issues, I know it feels big to them, but they sound very trivial to me.
And that's why I
Well,
said
I'm like
something,
they
the smallest of
sound.
things, like you won't even go talk to them about. And people severely underestimate how much those small things add up. And they can add up real quickly to the point where you start resenting that friendship and now you don't even like this person no
Over
more.
small
When you could have
stuff.
talked to them about getting your order wrong at the Applebee's and it could have all been squashed. Like,
You
what?
asked for gas money, they gave you $5, and instead of saying where the rest of it, you just mad.
Right. What you mad at? You ain't got nobody to be mad
My
at you
rude
but
ass be
yourself.
like,
I know damn well we didn't drive 400 miles and you think you think you about to
there's
give
a
me.
0 missing behind this 5. But
But, and honestly, I can't even say that because I've tried rejecting gas money from you every time you tried to give it
and
to
I
me.
send it
You
anyway.
sure do.
I send you
How much
57
you want for
cents.
gas? And I'm like, I don't know.
And I send
And
you
then you look,
57.
how much was it? And I'm like, okay, Jay.
Told you one time, I send you 57 cents if I owe you 57 cents. If you give me extra sauce when we go get food and the extra sauce costs 57 cents, you getting a Zelle for 57 cents.
Girl, you better not ever Zell me
And I
57
sure
cents.
will. You got mad I zelled you that
I
$1.92.
sure was. I was like, don't waste my time and energy zelling me no dollar. Just go buy me one next time. Like the fuck?
I'm not gonna remember.
Girl, we buy each other stuff. It's fine.
That was problematic. We ate too much. But anywho,
We did. We was always eating.
so why we so wide?
I knew why I was why. I just didn't give a fuck. But yeah, I think like even in this case, whether it's politics, even if it's that deep that you need to talk to them, talk to them. Don't
I don't
just
get
end
why
the
they just
friendship.
don't. It seems
Because
so stressful to me.
their reasoning for voting for somebody that you didn't vote for might actually come out to be reasonable. It might not be for the
Or it
negative stuff that you
might
think it's for.
or it might not be reasonable at all. It was just foolishness. And they had no real emotional connection to it
Here's
at
the thing that I
all.
would say though. If you are going to if you're going to talk to your friend about anything, any issue that you have with them, doesn't matter what it's about. Before you have that conversation, you need to know what your plan is after this
Yeah, please think
conversation.
it through.
If you are going, you have to know that conversation can go one of two ways.
It
It
can
can
go
go
right or
really
left.
well or really bad. And you have to know what you going to do depending on how they react. If it goes left, how do you plan to target
What
that?
you
Are
gonna
you
do
going to
about
just be
that?
ready to end the
Yeah, go
relationship?
well.
Yeah. So if you're not ready to deal with that, and honestly, that might be the reason why most people won't have the conversations because they don't want to deal with what might come of that. So to them, it might seem easier
It
just to
ain't.
fade away.
Because all they gonna do is attack you because now they mad.
Yeah.
So
They sitting there looking
you
like,
getting attacked either
well,
way. So at least do it on your own terms.
huh.
But
Because at least if you have the conversation, there's a chance you won't get attacked.
yeah, because they go.
They
Because
might
if
be
they
like, you know
simply
what? I
just
didn't even know you
ask,
felt that way.
yeah, like why'd you do that?
Like they,
Why'd you yell at that waiter at that restaurant? I don't like that. What you do that for? Right? And
yeah,
they're
because
like,
you
well,
might
what
not
did
even
you
know
do
what the
that
waitress.
for?
You might not even know what the waitress did to her. She might have.
Turns out they knew that waitress and they remembered what they did 5 years ago when they met. You wasn't there.
Or even simpler than that, because we also know that there are waitresses that do actually spit in people food.
And they might
She
be
could have been
rude to
like,
them when using the
I actually
bathroom.
saw her spit in somebody food.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Or,
you know what?
damn. Or while you was in the bathroom, she was very snarky to me when you went to the bathroom. Did she? F her. We hate her.
Yeah. So
And
it's like
so, ask.
a conversation needs to be
Ask.
had.
Ask.
I don't think I don't think there could really be anything that would happen that you would piss me off and I wouldn't just come to you and say something. First of all, it needs to be something that I just think is worth saying something. If people piss me off, I just don't ever really think it's that
Well, we
deep to
just
be
say, because
bringing
I
it
feel
up.
like if it's something bad, I go, girl, what the hell
I don't
was
even do that.
that?
I don't even do
But
that. If somebody do something, at least to me and or even to somebody else, if I'm just like, well, they did that. I'm like,
my root is, what the hell was
it
that?
has to be something pretty big for me to be like,
What was that?
why would you do that?
Girl, I ask you that all the time about things that ain't important. I'm like, girl, why?
And for me, most stuff just ain't that big of a
I'm
deal.
like, girl, why the hell you do that?
And I just wanted to.
But I hate her. I hate her.
And I don't
I hate her.
and I don't do things to you, at least not to
No,
my
it's always
knowledge.
to other people you doing it. I'm like, girl,
And
what the
most of the
hell?
time it's just I say stuff and I just like, look, that's how I felt, so I said it and all of us could just deal with it.
No.
Uh but I'm just like, it's just never that deep for me. It's very rare that people actually piss me off, even though people think they piss me off. Most of the time, I'm not even mad. Annoyed, sure,
Yeah.
but mad,
No,
no.
you're more annoyed.
And I'm like, I very rarely get mad. And because when I get mad, now you have seen me mad.
Yeah.
And usually it's something work related.
Girl, they love pissing you off.
And now they have pissed me off. But
I think they get joy from it.
I have not had a friend that's truly just made me
I don't let
mad.
it get that bad. Like when I start feeling like I'm annoyed by you
I leave.
consistently, I go, "You're annoying me," and then
And
I
then I
go,
separate.
"I go, I don't
Because
think
the
I like
best
where
thing
this
you
is
can do when
going."
your friends start annoying you is to separate from them. They're annoying you. Why would you want to be around them?
You mean
I don't
no?
even care if we on a vacation.
You go your side of the island, I go on mine.
Yeah. The crazy thing about that is for me and you, that's perfectly fine because we don't mind doing stuff by
So
ourselves.
wouldn't come back with a story, girl. You'll never
Both
guess
of
what
us come
happened.
back with a story
Never guess.
in a jolly good mood. Like we just don't care. I mean, just like when we went to New Orleans. You and Christina sat in that living room. Where was I? I was in that room by my lonesome taking a nap. Y'all didn't bother me. I didn't bother y'all.
Just eating all your snacks. What you?
Y'all did eat all my snacks. And
I
I didn't care.
was like, maybe we
But
should go to the expensive store and buy some more
I
snacks.
didn't give a damn about them snacks. I just wanted some sleep. But yeah, I just
Uh,
think people just need to have honest conversations, not just with them with their friends, but with themselves. Do you actually care about the friendship? Because you don't give a damn about the
I don't think
friendship.
they want it. I think it makes them feel bad if they admit how little they actually care. So they want to make it, oh, it's going to be so hard for me to let this bitch go that I'm out here telling y'all that I want to let go, but it's going to be so hard for me to let go. And it's like,
And you need to
is
properly
it?
place people. Stop calling people your friends that's actually just your
You know what?
acquaintance.
MySpace kept it real. Okay.
Your top, what was
That
it, top
top
five? What is that? Top
eight,
eight, yeah.
boy, you knew exactly where you stood. You was number 5.
Hashtag bring back MySpace.
Boy, it hurts sometimes. You be like, am I number 4?
That's why I never did top eight. I never would set my top eight friends. One, because I ain't
God,
have eight
caused
friends. I've
problems.
never had eight friends.
Caused
Um,
problem. It kept it real though. You knew where you stood.
I mean, the most friends that I've had at one time is probably four.
Boy, MySpace
I
took
had
a
a lot of
time.
acquaintances, but I would not have called them all friends.
I mean, as an adult, I can say that, but at that
Even
time,
as a kid, I
as
didn't.
an
I
adult,
was good for calling, especially once I got to the point where I stopped really caring about what people thought of me. I was good for calling somebody my
I told you,
acquaintance.
eventually with the doctor's office, he asked about his friends, and he said, my acquaintances. Woo!
You better place them appropriately.
We said, God, so cold blooded. In that doctor's office, 10 years old, talk about some, oh, my acquaintances?
I ain't got no
Don't call
friends.
them people my friends.
But yeah, I just think people need to spend time
Oh,
being honest with
man.
themselves in
Mm.
their friends or acquaintances. Place them where they need to be placed. If they just an acquaintance, you don't give a damn about them, they have no potential to actually become a friend, then yeah, fade away. Who gives a shit?
Fade away. Everything's a song for me.
I know. But yeah, let them go. You ain't got to say nothing to them because what do you owe them?
They ain't even your friend.
Exactly. That's not even your friend. But if they are actually a friend, you've been friends with this person for years, even if you've only been friends with them for a year, but they are a friend and you care about this friendship,
Ask.
say
Talk
something
about it.
because it could probably be resolved. Maybe it's a big misunderstanding.
And 99% of the time, I think all of these are.
99% of the time,
I
it is
think
a
all of them are
misunderstanding. Most of the time, this person has
misunderstandings.
no idea that they pissed you off.
Not a singular.
And they sitting there talking, oh, I can't wait to go hang out with this person
Love
again. And then
Sarah.
you
She's
sitting there thinking,
great.
like, this raggedy bitch, she
Bitch.
better not ever bring her ass
She's
to my house
dusty,
again.
crusty, musty, and I hate her.
Like, it absolutely baffles me. I just can't think of a time, at least not in my adult life, where
I secretly hated anybody.
yeah,
I can't. I
if
told
we
you I'm
was
too
friends, we was
selfish.
friends.
I'm too selfish. If you upset me, baby, you finna know you upset me. I ain't finna be in a corner sad. You finna know you upset me. You
It's
are
just,
about to know you
and I
upset
don't
me.
expect everybody to be like me, but it's just never that deep
It's
for
not
me
even
to
about
get
being
mad.
confrontational. It's just we friends.
It's just like,
I thought we were friends.
yeah, you annoy me a bit, but I mean, we've said on this podcast we annoy each other sometimes.
Sure do.
That's okay.
But I would never be on Reddit. How do I get rid of my friend?
Because she did this one thing and it just annoys me.
Only thing
That would be no different than me going on Reddit asking how to end the friendship with you because you refuse to stop chewing with your mouth open.
Victor complained about this also, and I've been working on it.
Good. Because you should be. But I'm
I
like,
don't
I'm
think I'm
not
that bad.
Jade.
I don't.
Jade.
Same way you don't think you burp that often, but you do.
I never said that. That's an assumption that you made. I know I burp often. I just don't care.
Gosh, I don't think I chew my mouth open like that. I just don't.
Oh, you do.
Well, I don't think
But
I.
I when you said on this podcast you wasn't gonna change it, and at that point I already knew anyway because you knew how I felt about it
Well, I
anyway.
had to once Victor
But
start complaining.
then I was like, that's not something that I would end a
I don't
friendship
know. The
over.
mouth on the fork just might be.
I will say though, after I will give you this, and I don't even know that you did it intentionally
I
because you
did. I said, "Oh, is it that bad?"
because you told me you wasn't gonna work on it. You was like, well, and I was just like,
You know, I be talking shit. I'm not that rude, but
I said this
raggedy
motherfucker.
heifer.
She just pretty much said, I don't give a fuck how that makes you feel. As I bite on your fork.
I did work on it though. I said,
And that's what I
how?
was gonna say. You actually don't do that.
Because I
I
think
don't
about it.
even recall the last time I heard you do that.
Yeah, because I felt bad. I said, that wasn't a good reaction, Jade. You should maybe not be like that.
And what do I do now with I try to make sure that I remember to say excuse me every time I do it
Yes,
now.
you do. Because that one day you didn't piss me off. I said, I know
And
this
I'll be
heifer.
honest
Hey,
with
me
you,
talking.
I still don't even remember not saying
Girl, I was so
excuse
mad.
me because in my head I say excuse me every time I burp.
Yeah, to yourself.
So when you said you ain't gonna even say excuse, I was like, I could have sworn I did.
Girl, I was so mad. I said, you said you and they continue talking. I said, the fuck is this?
So
Same way you felt about that fork. Like, I know I don't hear what I think I'm hearing.
I literally was like, do you hold on. I was appalled. I was shocked. But yeah, that's how, to me, I'm not saying we're the poster children for how friendships should be, but damn, we are providing examples here. Like,
At
don't
least we talk to each other.
right. I'm like, don't let your friend do something that's annoying to you get so bad that you don't want to be friends
But the
with
thing
this
is,
person
you gotta
anymore.
immediately bring it up though. I'm not gonna
Yeah, don't wait 6
harbor
months and then be like, remember when you was
resentments.
sitting in my office 3 months ago and I heard you clinking on that
I
fork?
hated it.
It's like, hold on.
Girl, what?
Girl, how long have you that literally would be my next question. How long have you been sitting on that? Because it's kind of ridiculous.
I'm like, that's a silly thing to sit on.
I'm like,
Because I think I do way worse things than that. But anyway.
and that wasn't even something that it was just like, okay,
Girl,
that
what are
could
you doing?
become
Say the with
annoying.
the burp. I said, what is this girl doing?
I swear to you, and I didn't do it on purpose. And I think I told her, I was like, I promise you, I thought I said
I was so flabbergasted. Same way you were with that fork, like, I know.
I was like, I could have sworn I did, but my bad, excuse me. But yeah, I just think people need to talk to their friends, and I don't think people do enough of it.
And but it makes me wonder though, is this in every aspect of their life or is it just only friendships? I'm like, y'all can't be pussyfooting everywhere. Y'all can't be. Y'all
No,
that seems stressful.
I think the person that commented on her post pretty much had it right. We give that grace to family and romantic partners, but we don't do that with friendships.
Which is great because you spend more time with your friends.
100%. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say you spend more time with your friends than maybe your romantic partner.
I was gonna say than your family.
But
That's
you
what I
do
was
more,
gonna say.
unless your family is
live
your
in your
friends.
house, but other than that,
I mean, my friends are not necessarily my family. So yeah, I spend more time with my friends than I do my family. I'm not about to be spending that much of my life with you and not tell you when you make me mad.
Cause that's stupid for me.
Cause
that brings down my quality of life. Secretly resenting you, and you just a la la da da da, having no clue, and I'm losing
la da
sleep
da
over
da da.
something.
It goes around and around
I was
and
trying
la
to
da
na
da
na na.
da.
Let's not go on our segment. But
But
anyway,
yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. And every time we say this, somebody comments and tries to explain why they don't do this. And I'm like,
I ain't
I
trying to
still
hear it.
don't get it.
I don't care about your foolishness.
It's not that I don't care about it. It's just I still don't get it. It's
I
like I
I've
still don't
said
get
I
you spent
said
all
what
this
I
time with
said.
this person. You spent all this time with this person and then you just let them go, threw them away. And
Over
I'm just like,
silliness.
I don't understand. It probably could have been saved if y'all had talked to each other. But at the same time, I also get it. You got some friends that's not willing to have these conversations. And if you know who those friends are, you typically do. But at that point, I'm like, so if you can't go to them and talk to them, you're willing to, but you know you can't,
Then let them
it's
go.
still not a friend. They're not your friend. You
You
should be
their
able to
friend. They are
talk to
not your
you.
friend.
Exactly. You're their friend. They're not your friend. Because one thing I can bet is if you're willing to talk to them, that means they probably do come talk to you about the shit that you do to them.
That they don't
But you
like.
can't go to them and talk to them about the
Mm-mm.
shit that that's that one of those top 5 friends I said we need to get rid of. The one that never take accountability for the shit that they do.
So annoying.
Let them go. Because they were never your friend anyway. You was just their friend.
Which is so sad.
Yeah, it's so sad. But anywho, talk to your friends, people. Talk to them.
Please quit
Check in
writing these
on them.
Reddits. Quit writing these Reddits and talk to your
Hey, hey,
friends.
hey, hey. Don't stop writing these Reddits. We use them. They come in very handy for us. But I
You
would
like, don't take it too far.
hey, hey. But I would like to see a Reddit where they had an issue and then talk to
Girl,
their
we ain't gonna
friend
find it.
and then see
We ain't
how
gonna
that
find
turned
we
out.
ain't gonna find
Yeah,
it.
because that's too productive.
We ain't gonna find it.
That's actually a productive post. That's a productive one. And they no, we're not gonna see that. But if y'all ain't gonna talk to them, hey, keep the Reddits coming. I'm all for it. I like reading it.
I said what I said. Figure it out. Talk
I
to your
I,
friends.
I want you to figure it out too. Just don't stop posting it on Reddit. I want you to figure it out too. Don't think I don't. Figure it out. But come tell us the story. Cause you might help other people. Come on now. Don't be selfish.
You just want the stories.
I'm nosy. I'm nosy.
I
I'm
know.
nosy
Somebody,
as
you
hell.
want the
I
stories.
actually told them before we ended. I was working in the pharmacy the other day, and I'm sitting at the computer doing something, and one of the technicians' earbuds, it was in the case next to the keyboard,
Yeah.
and I opened it, looked at it, and then put it back down, and then I said, "I'm nosy as hell." And
Yeah, you
then
are.
somebody said, "Why you said?" I said, "Because I opened her earpods just to see if they were dirty." They was
What a
like,
turd.
I was like, I just want to see if they were dirty.
Talk shit.
Yeah, because I literally was gonna be like, "Girl, clean your earbuds." I said, I'm nosy as hell. I ain't shit. But hey, I am who I am. I'm gonna be who I'm gonna be. And people could either love it or they can hate it. And I have both. Some people do choose to hate it.
Show
And
do.
that's okay. That's their prerogative. Hey, it is what it
That's
is.
so messy. You
Well,
crack me up.
and what does that say about you?
I wouldn't do that. It would never cross my mind to go, how dirty is these? It would not even cross my mind to do. It wouldn't.
I
It
don't know why my
wouldn't.
mind works this way. I don't. But I was just
You get a
like, they
sick
were
thrill.
relatively clean though. I was like, good for you. Good for you.
My ears are too small. Makes me sad.
Anywho. Well, if you've been with us this long, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for vibing. Thank you for hanging out, joining in. I think we asked some questions in this episode, but if you have anything you want to weigh in on, you thought that my top 5 was trash, hey, let me know. Tell Give me your standpoint on it. Why do you think that some of these shouldn't have been in my top
Do
5?
you have any
What
ones to
are your
add?
top what are
Mm-hmm.
yours? What are your types of friendships that you think we need to let go in 2025? Um We might do one where Jade gives us her top friends we need to let go too, because I know she probably got hers too.
I got a list of but I don't know. I'll see.
Okay.
Because I keep people. I don't
You
want to
do.
just
So
throw away
you
my
don't
friends.
have that experience with losing friends like that. And I
No.
do. So it was easy for me to, it literally, I came up with that list in like 30 seconds.
I will really have to
You'd have to think
ponder. I
about
would
it.
have to
Yeah.
think about,
Because you
but I
don't have that
keep my
experience.
friends. I keep them.
And like I said before, if I'm the one losing all the friends, maybe I'm the problem. I mean, I could be.
Like, I keep my
But
friends.
considering none of them would tell me what the problem was, I don't know.
Can't confirm it.
Because they didn't tell me, we didn't have a conversation. So, but anyway, yeah, give us your thoughts on it. Tell us some friendships that you think we need to let go, or we as a whole.
We as a collective.
If you have any recommendations, got some topics you want us to talk about, definitely let us know. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe, rate us, review us.
Share.
Yep. And we will see you in the next one.
Bye.
Deuces.